So we bring down the 2, multiply. What do we get? Add down, times 1, add down, times 1, add down, times 1, and we know what? It's not going to work. So what do we try next? What? -1, 2 times -1. Add that down. What? -15 times -1. Add down. 38 times -1. -38. Is it going to work? What are we going to try next? +2. Guess what? It's not going to work. And then we're going to try -2. And guess what? It's not going to work. So we're going to try 3. And it's not going to work. We're going to try 3. It's not going to work. We're going to try 4. And it's not going to work. We're going to try -4. It's not going to work. And we're going to try 5. 5 times 2. Add down. Times 5. Add down. Times 5. Add down. Times 5. Add down. 0. And after all that work, you finally found the first 0. Now, here's what you have to pay attention to if you kind of shut me off because you already know what's going on. What did we start with? What degree? So what would this one be? So can we start doing quadratic stuff? No. Here is the key. As I change pen colors, you will never use these coefficients in this problem again. So we understand that.
Yep.
When are you going to use them again?
Never.
Never in this problem will you use those coefficients. You now use these coefficients. Now, what happened with the 3 on the last problem? It was a double root, which means every time you get one to work, in this case the 5 worked, we must try it again to see if it is a double root or not. You have to. If you don't try it, and it is, then you go on through the list. You spend a lot of time. Bring down the 2, multiply over, add down, times 5, add down, times 5, not going to give you 12. So 5 is not a double root, but you do have to check every time. Sometimes it will be. So what would we try next? Would we go back to 1? No. 1 would have worked for the first one, or for this one it would have worked for the first one. So at this point you would continue right on down the list. What would be the next number you'd try? No. -5. And it's not going to work. So then we would try, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And then we've used all of this. We have to go back to the list. Except, yes, somebody said it. Maybe instead of going on and trying higher numbers, go back and try your regular fractions. So we would try 1/2. It's not going to work. We're going to try -1/2, and it's not going to work. So we're going to try 3/2. And we'll see if that works. So 2 times 3/2.
3.
It's 3. Add down. Times 3/2. Add down. 8 times 3/2. Add down. And we got 0. So We started with what? 4. The first time we found a 0, we got to a 3. Now we're at a 2, so we have 2x squared plus 8 equals 0. And what method did I tell you to use? Quadratic formula. What's your A? What's your B? 0. And your C? 8. What's the easiest method to solve this, though? Subtract 8. So 2x equals negative 8 squared. Then what? So x squared equals negative 4 square root. And you should be at the point now where you already know what that's going to be. That's 2i plus or minus 2i. So how many roots does that count as? 2. Positive 2i and negative 2i. How many were we supposed to find total? We got 2 there. What are the other ones? We got 3 halves and 5. So plus or minus 2i, 3 halves, and 5. Those are the 4 roots that we were supposed to find. If we would have done quadratic formula right here, would it have ended up telling us plus or minus 2i? Yeah, absolutely. Take home. It would just take home. So either way you do that, if you want to just get in your head, I'm going to do quadratic formula every single time, doesn't matter, it's not a bad idea. But some of you that can recognize that's easy to solve, that would be the method you should do. Now, here's the question. Had I not told you it wasn't going to work all those times, you would have spent a lot of time working on it. And in the past, that's exactly what every single class had to do. Go through the list, trying one after the other, and it didn't work, and it didn't work, and it didn't work. However, this year, we use our calculators a lot more. What good would your calculator be for this section? Put it all in what? Which is another word for graph it. What are we looking for? All of the, what are zeros? Where it crosses the x-axis. Where can you get that information? From your table, out of your calculator. So my advice, and I can't even believe I'm really allowing you people to do this year, is to type this in your y equals, and it will show you where at least one of the roots is. You still need to list these, and you still have to do this. But what your calculator is going to tell you is 1's not going to work, 2's not going to work, 3's not going to work, 4's not going to work, 5 will, and I will allow you to go straight to number 5 then when your calculator tells you that. The rest of the process must be done. Okay? Probably not, but if you want to do it the old way, it can. So, again, you still have to do the process. You can use your calculator to find that first place it crosses. Homework. The first problems you need to do are 10 through 15. All. And the directions are just list the possible roots. Then you will do 2, 4, and 6. And 16 through 28. And the directions for those are find all roots. Some of the instructions say find just the rational ones. I'm changing that to, so all of those problems there, you have to find all of the roots. Remember, review will take place on Monday. Your chapter 6 test will be next Wednesday.